Hi parents, my name is Jill Lodato and I own Bright Start for Kids. It's a preschool enrichment program. And I've been checking in on a lot of parents and seeing how they are doing. Now they are all of a sudden homeschooling their children and having them there 24/7. And the one thing I'm hearing a lot about is their kids are whining. And I don't know about you, but I'm a lot older, but I had kids and I remember that whining, and it is like fingernails on a chalkboard. And what do you do about it? So first of all, I want to tell you what whining is, because you may not know this extraordinary thing that kids develop called whining, or at least we call it whining. When a baby is young, from a newborn, it begins to cry. And every time a baby cries, they get something. They get their diaper changed, they get nursed, they get a bottle, they get a pacifier, they get their food, they get cuddles, they get loved, they get rocked to sleep, and they learn very quickly that if they cry, that they usually will get something. Then the child begins to talk, and they notice that when they ask for things, the parent doesn't respond. They don't drop everything and all of a sudden go meet the child where they're at. The parent is trying to get them to be a little bit more resilient, a little self-adaptive, try to do things on their own. They don't like it. They want things done for them just like they had when they were a baby. But now they can do it themselves. But we as parents, we want to do the best we can. But what the child learns is, hey, if I mix that crying with my talking, I might get what I want. So instead of saying, hey, Mom and Dad, Charlie was hitting me, they go, Mom and Dad, Charlie was hitting me. And we usually respond. It may not be to address the situation about him and Charlie. A lot of times it's like, could you just stop the whining? The whining is driving me crazy. Stop the whining. So here's what I want to give you some hope. They don't have to whine. We need to teach them that whining is no longer allowed in this house. And how you do it is you make a rule. And you also make a place for them to go when they are whining. And Mom and Dad, you got to stick to this. Never give in. You're not hurting the child by not addressing their needs, okay? I promise. Both my boys are very successful and doing great, and we have this in our home. The first thing is that you let them know right away before they do it. Say, hey, today we decided that there's no more whining in our house. And whining sounds like this. And you tell them, instead of saying, I would like to go outside and play, and you say, I want to go outside and play. And the kids will probably laugh when you say that because it's kind of funny, but they're probably going to do it. So you say, when you do the whining part, we will not listen. We're just not going to listen. Our ears are completely turned off from whining now. And the kids are going to think, you're crazy, and the next time I whine, you are going to respond. But you're not. But the second thing you're going to say, if you are whining, I will not say anything to you, but I will walk you to your calm down corner, or a place on the couch with a book that they can read, or somewhere, not in their room because they're not in trouble, but place them somewhere, the same exact spot every time they say, oh, don't say, oh, you're whining, so I'm going to take you. Say, oh, and walk them to that spot and say, enjoy reading your book, enjoy playing with your toys, and when you're ready to talk to me, I'm willing to listen. The other thing that we did when I was when my kids were little, was I had a no whining zone, and that was pretty much the entire kitchen area and a little bit. Now we had tile floor at the time and we could count the squares, and I would tell them there's this certain part of the house which is a no whining zone or a no complaining zone. So when you are making food or doing the dishes and getting things done around that you need to get done, you know that the only time they can come into that space and when they want to help, they want to have fun with you, talk to you, but there's no complaining, there's no whining, and anytime they do, you do not say, oh, you're whining, or I don't want to hear the complaining. You go, oh, and you walk them to another spot. And then you go to there and say, when you're ready to talk to me in a nice tone, you're welcome to come back into the kitchen. I hope this is a help for you. No more whining. And let's have some fun and enjoy our time with our kids at home. I'm thinking about you guys.